Joining me now from Texas, the mayor of Austin, Mayor Steve Adler. And Mayor Adler, good to talk to you again. We've been speaking regularly over the last couple of months. Let me start by getting your reaction, or rather an update from you on how Austin is doing right now. Texas Governor Greg Abbott saying that the state is in a swift and dangerous turn. How is Austin?
We're one of the points of that spear. It's gut check time right now for our city. Based on the projections we have, if we continue the current trajectory, we could be overwhelming our hospitals by the middle of July. So we're either looking at a pretty substantial change in the behaviors in the community, or we're looking at having to go back to a shelter in place in order to be able to right the ship.
We are hearing of reports around the state, as you probably just heard me say, of strained ICUs. Austin's numbers are steadily lower, though, than other Texas cities. How are you preparing your city's hospitals for a worst-case scenario?
Well, ultimately, we have surge plans. We could expand into our convention center and double the number of beds that are available. Two problems with that. The first is that the care is never as good in a field hospital as it is in a regular hospital, and it's not just the beds. It's the medical personnel. It's the doctors and the nurses. Much harder to surge for those. And based on what's happening in the other cities around Texas, we're going to be competing for additional doctors and nurses with Houston and Dallas and San Antonio. We're all going to be hurting and all needing the same thing. So we're in a precarious place.
The University of Texas announced its fall return with online school options, 40% capacity, classrooms with required face coverings. Most students who choose to be on campus will not return after the Thanksgiving break. What impact do you think having less students at UT will have on your city, which obviously is a major lifeline from that campus?
There's no question, but this virus has caused huge economic implications and hardships. If we don't have the students here, it just adds to that list. But the financial implications are going to take second priority to the public health of the city. If the students come, it's real important that the students are religiously wearing face coverings and social distancing like the rest of the community. And frankly, that's a behavior that we're not seeing among the younger population at the levels that we need to see it.
Finally, sir, before I let you go, we have a holiday weekend coming up. Obviously, what is your message to the residents of Austin, Texas, as you approach the 4th of July?
Well, we're urging everybody not to gather to celebrate. We've closed our parks. We are not having our fireworks display here in the city. We need everybody to be staying at home as best they can in all the ways that they can. This is where our community decides just how important it is to try to be able to open the economy, to try to open public schools in the fall, to save lives. We need people to change their behaviors, and it's a hard thing to do when the messaging coming out of Washington is creating uncertainty and confusion. But we're trying to keep people focused on making sure that in Austin, we do this right.
Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Why don't you subscribe? It's really easy. Just click on that button down there. And for more news from MSNBC, click on any of these videos here for the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more videos from MSNBC with our newsletters. Head over to msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up.